y'all, this is Ronte, and a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the richness of the pimento cheese. When I took a first bite, I was like, go, go, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go chicken, go, go, go get it.
Good evening and welcome to the Chick-Fil-A Douglas Coaches Show. I'm Matt Peavy. Coach Co is with me as always, and we got an exciting night planned for you. We're going to talk Friday night recap and then look forward to this Friday night. We're going to talk to our special teams coach, Coach Richard Vester, and then we've got two players to look forward to. Just want to thank you as always for joining us. For everybody that's in our dining room tonight, welcome. And for everybody that's joining us online, we just encourage you to share this. Friday night was a great game. The Trojans put another one in the bag on Friday night against Greenbrier, and 56-7 victory, which had a fantastic night. Fred Brown showing out again, rushed for 140 yards. But we were talking, Coach, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But Maurice Hansley had a great night, 90.9% passing rate, and 100. I mean, he was 10 for 11, I think it was. Yep. I think that's the math there. For 2 touchdowns and 107 yards. Our defense showed out on Friday night with another great performance, and we just improved and kept our undefeated streak going. And so, Coach, great. Congratulations for you. The energy was there. It was Rick night. It was Chick-fil-A night. And let's just lean in and talk about our offense and all the weapons that we got, and especially, Maurice Hansley and what he's doing right now.
Well, when you go back and watch the film, I was very pleased. We had a few mishaps there, but just a couple, a few penalties and then 1 or 2 missed assignments. But other than that, I thought we played really clean. Obviously, when you can go 10 for 11 passing, and then when we brought Trey in, we let him throw a corner out there for a touchdown, and so he was 1 for 1. They've done that all year. We're not going to wow anybody with our passing game. We're not a spread-it-out team a whole bunch and all that, but we do have the ability to do that this year. We worked hard on it, But the thing I like about Maurice and Trey, I think we've only had 2 interceptions all year long. And I think we're 14, 15 touchdowns. So we're very efficient. Yeah. Like I've told you, we want to be complementary to our defense. We don't want to put them in bad spots. And we haven't turned the ball over fumbling either. We work really hard on ball security and things like that. So Maurice is back in his groove. You can see the confidence in him. Probably the best offensive practice we've had all year today.
It's exciting.
And you can just see the confidence, like he's seeing everything in the run game. He gets us out of bad looks, makes the right decision in the option game. He can do a little bit of everything, and but the main thing about him is such a good human being. He's the same. He can throw an interception. He's not going to come on the sidelines pouting and all that. He can throw a 90-yard bomb. He's not going to say, look at me. He's the same guy every day. And I think our kids respect him for that. They believe in him with that. They know they're going to get his best at everything he does. And he's a joy to coach, man. I wish he was a junior, But Trey is too. Trey might be the most improved kid on our team from a work ethic standpoint, from a football IQ. He looks the part, but he hadn't played a lot of football really in reality. But he has gotten better and better, and man, he's going to be really good. Probably has the best arm talent on the team, truthfully. But he's going to keep getting better and better. Really proud of both of those guys.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of experience this year, which is exciting. It's also something we don't really hope anything happens to Hansley. Right. We want him to stay healthy, but it's nice to know you got comfort
you feel
in a backup quarterback.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, one of the things that I seen, which was honestly next level for high school, I watched Hansley, and he's probably done this more, but Friday night I watched him throw, I think it was that first touchdown pass he threw to Pat McCall. I mean, he threw him open. There in the corner, right there by the maybe in the second one. Yeah,
we actually
that
had
was
some
a
other
fantastic
guys
throw.
More open. It's one of them things. What is he doing? Oh, great throw.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, don't go there. Oh, fantastic.
Good to have Pat back. Pat brings another dimension to our offense. He's so versatile. He can line up in the backfield. He can line up at X. He can line up at slot. You can motion him. You can run, jets with him. You can do everything with him. He's going to give you everything he's got. I'm really proud of Pat. He did everything Dr. Barber told him to rehab, and went and got in a cold swimming pool a bunch, you know, to rehab that thing and got cleared a week early. And I think, he'll keep getting better and better. But, yeah, that was a heck of a throw. That was a dot.
Yeah, it was.
Dime, you know, they call them dots and dimes, but it was a good throw.
Obviously, it's very important for a quarterback to be able to have the time to do that. And so that comes from the play of the offensive line.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about it some, but let's lean into it a little bit. As the season has progressed, how have you seen the offensive line, those hogs down there, grow and mature and become even smarter than where they were at the beginning of the season?
It all started, I looked the other day on the calendar, and it was the end of November. You know, we lost to Cartersville. We came back Monday and Tuesday. We cleaned out lockers, you know, cleaned the locker room up, all that. And then Wednesday, we went back to work, you know. And all those guys heard the whole offseason was they're going to be the weak point. You know, we're losing Dane, we're losing Mason, we're losing Luke, 3 stud offensive linemen, big guys, you know. And we're not as big as we were last year. But, man, they're athletic. They're together. I'm telling you, there's not a better O-line coach in America than Bob Hall.
Yeah.
I'm an offensive line coach by heart.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in 30 years, you know, that I really don't mess with them. No, I'll coach them some or ask them, you know, and I spend time with them. But I don't spend a whole lot of time correcting them or things like that because Bob Hall's going to have them ready.
Yep.
And then bringing in Cam Morgan. Coach Morgan came in from West Lawrence and has just fit in with our coach staff, and our kids love him. So I got an older guy with Coach Hall that's been there and done it, and a veteran, you know, and then I got Coach Morgan that's a younger guy, and they gel really, really good, you know, and they just do a great job, man. I don't worry about it. Like, yeah. I just know they're going to be ready to go,
right.
And they play the right way. They stay on each other,
yep.
You know, but really, really proud of that group of kids because they're not huge, but they just – I always tell them, I say, man, y'all like that fly at the family reunion when you're sitting outside and you won't leave you alone,
yeah.
And you don't have a fly swatter to kill it. Like, you just keep on and on and on, and you just stay on people, and before long, it's going to pop, you know, yep. and your conditioning is going to kick in, and really proud of that group of young men.
Yep, that's good, and obviously we're proud of them as well. They definitely show they work hard. Congratulations to them. There's still more football to play. Friday night, an impressive thing I seen, you just said they're accountable to each other, and I seen that Friday night early on in the game. I think it was the first drive of the game. I can't remember who it was, but one of the offensive line clearly missed an assignment.
Yeah.
Fred got tackled right at the line of scrimmage. He probably fell forward for a yard or two. But I seen another offensive lineman go and challenge, and it wasn't maybe 2 or 3 plays later. Fred broke it, you know, a couple passes, and then he broke the run. So,
you know, here's the thing, and it was like this in my old school too. We never see the other team's normal defense. We're always going to get some kind of junk defense, something different, you know. So that's why I hardly ever took the ball to be. All my years, I would always defer if we won the toss because you're going to get something you hadn't seen, and it might take you a series or two to get get changed over and get that fixed. But this group, and Coach Hall's a big part of it, and I love our coaching staff, man. I'm telling you, not just from an X's and O's standpoint, but man, they all get along. They all know the mission is to help these guys become better young men and good husbands and dads and citizens one day. And there's no egos. There's 5 or 6 former head coaches on our staff, you know, and none of them act like they're better than the younger coaches, or it's like a band of brothers, man. I mean, we've only been together, a lot of us, this is our first year, but, you know, most of us it's our second year together, but you think we've coached forever. And I think our kids see that and feel that and feed off of it, and they don't panic.
Yeah.
You know, Friday, you know, even Friday when some things didn't go well, we didn't panic. You just keep coaching. You keep coaching their hearts, and you know you teach them to respond and not to react to every little thing that happens. And you know that's hard in the heat of the moment and in the battle. But I can't say enough. Sometimes I feel like I don't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird going from doing so much at a smaller school, you know, to here, man. Like I just get to coach coaches and coach, you know, look at all kind of different things on the football field and work. But one thing I can say about our coaches, every one of them is a head coach of their position.
It's great.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they do a great job with their position group. And then another thing they do, Coach Vester will come up in a minute, and he does a tremendous job organizing our special teams, and he is passionate about it. But those guys that he picks to help him with certain special teams, they get after it too.
Yeah.
On those special teams, they treat it just like their position group, and I think you've seen that with our special teams. We've been very solid, you know, this whole year. So.
Yep.
Love our coaches, man. Great dudes.
Well, that's great. Well, leadership quote. There's a lot of different leadership quotes out there, but typically you're only as good as your leadership. So your leadership, the coach's leadership, it's played into the way the kids perform and lead one another. So definitely see that on the field. Congratulations on that. Let's talk defense a little bit. Offense is putting up the points. Defense is shutting people out. On Friday night we give up 7, but played
late.
solid. They never had it. They had never really stood a chance.
Yeah, we muffed
we
the
took
punt
them out
there
early.
late. We put a young kid in, and he just took his eyes off. He's trying to make a big play and dropped the ball, and they got it. And then, you know, first D had been on the sidelines for a little bit, and we threw him back out there, and we just lost our eyes. You know, but it's like I told them, it gives us something to work on.
Right.
Right, and it teaches us one play you take off, and that could be the play, you know. But our defense played well all season. You know, those guys do a great job. They find ways to get our best players on defense, keep them free where they can run to the football, and they match up our best cover guys with their best receivers. And again, same thing. They're going to see a lot of junk too. You know, Greenbrier came out with a lot of different stuff that they hadn't ran. You know, and when you play teams like that, they don't have anything to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to throw everything at you. And then I'm going to tell you, Matt, it's hard, it's frustrating when teams come in there and they just sit on the ball, and they wait and they wait and they wait, and then they snap it. You know, like before halftime, they throw a pass to get a first down, but then don't kill it and then don't throw it again. They just run the ball and let the clock run out. Well, what'd you throw the pass for? You know, you almost want to play that Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
To them, you know. But that, you know, that's second or third team that's done that. And it's hard to get in the rhythm defensively because you want to go play.
Right.
Snap the ball and compete, you know. And you start pressing a little bit at times, and now we're done with that now. You know.
Yeah.
This team Friday ain't gonna do that. They want to compete and play ball, and they're coached up well, and they got great players. And then moving forward every week after that, it'll be the same thing. So won't be any Jeopardy moments moving forward. You know what I mean? It'll be football, you know, like it's supposed to be played.
That's good, Coach. So again, congratulations to where you are now. And Friday night, this is what you live for.
Yeah.
You said, I'm just going to quote you a little bit. Now we've got to get ready for the one. We're a different football team than we were last year. We're a lot better. We clean up a few things, but we'll be heavily prepared. And our guys know what is at stake. And this is what you play for: region championship.
Yeah.
Going to somebody else's house makes it even sweeter when we take it away from them. Let's talk about Friday night and what we got to lean into. We know that we're the ones that do the hunting, as Coach Kirby Smart said. But we've got to respect the fact that Ware County is the defending state champions from last year.
Yeah, Mr. Allen, every day when he talks, we do the Pledge of Allegiance in the morning, he has a quote, and his quote this morning, I think it was a shot at us. I didn't ask him, but and he didn't give Ric Flair credit, but he said, you know, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I don't care what their record is. They're a heck of a football team. It's in their house. Coach Strickland, I have a lot of respect for him and his staff. Those guys obviously went in there and just done a tremendous job, and they play fast and physical and do things the right way, you know, and but truthfully, you know, and it wouldn't matter to me if we were playing the Buffalo Bills. We try to make it about us.
Yep.
And being the best version of ourselves and how we perform and how we prepare and how we go execute. And, you know, it's worked so far, you know, 9-10 straight times. And we had a great practice today, had a great lift in the weight room, you know, and we just got to continue to do that. And then the quicker we can just make it a football game, let the fans do all the hoopla and all the talking trash and all that. None of them's going to play a lick.
Right.
None of them keyboards, none of them phones are going to play a lick, right? So let them do all that. That's why they're fans, and I don't mean that disrespectfully, but it is what it is. It's going to turn into a football game.
Yes.
And it's not going to come down to emotion. It's going to come down to execution, you know, and that's what we've got to do. That's what we did, you know, against Bainbridge. We got down 7-0 before you could breathe, and we just kept playing. and then we wound up executing at a higher level and wound up finding a way. At Bowles, we were down at halftime. We didn't panic. We just kept playing, and we believed in our preparation and our conditioning, and we won that thing in the end, you know. And but this is why you work all year long.
Yep.
This is why you give up vacations and Thanksgiving breaks, and this is why you lift before Christmas when other people might take off those 2 or 3 weeks, and this is why you go out there in the mornings in the summer when it's 100 degrees and there's the field's still wet and you're rolling around on it, and this is why you go to OTAs at Lee County and Thomas County Central to play people of this stature, and all you can ask for is an opportunity.
Yep.
And we've put ourselves in that position to have an opportunity to go chase some history and you know, and at the end of the day, regardless of what happens the next Friday, both of us are going to be playing, you know, but obviously we'd like to be the 1 seed and be the region champs, and it's going to be fun. I mean, it's, you know, it's why you play, man. It's exciting. It's go time.
It's go time. I like that. Well, we're excited too. We'll be there supporting you.
Yes,
I think I heard today they sold 320 of the tickets that the school had out of 500. But if you want to be there Friday night, you can go download the app GoFan or go to their webpage and buy a ticket. Come out and support our guys. You're going to see a great football game.
You sitting with your dad? How's that working?
Oh, he's sitting on Coffee County side.
Okay. I got you.
If he's going to be sitting with us, he's sitting on, and he'll watch this too. Okay. He's going to be sitting, because Dad, he's a Ware County Gator, but everybody else in our family graduated from Coffee County High School, so he's going to be sitting in the middle of it. So we're excited to do that, and our whole family's going out. So good luck to you.
Appreciate
again, Coach. Fantastic job. You don't need affirmation from me, but it has just been a pleasure to watch you guys. You guys have done a great job, and I look forward to this every Monday, every week after it's over. So thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all, man.
And good luck to you on Friday night. Thanks, you.
Buddy.
We're going to be bringing on our special teams coach, Coach Vester, and as he comes on, I just want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Robert Preston, who's behind the camera right over here, and most nights he's with us, and we want to thank him and Douglas Now for providing us a platform to be able to bring you the Coaches Show and to talk everything Coffee County, and this year especially talk Coffee County football. Coach, come on and sit down with me.
Right.
You doing all right tonight?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing well. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice
I think
to
it's
meet
the first
you.
time I met you.
Yes,
so
sir.
welcome on. Just want to give you an opportunity to tell the fans kind of who you are, maybe where you come from, how long you've been with us, all that kind of stuff.
It's my second season at Coffee. I coach the running backs and special teams coordinator. I've known Coach since 2010 was our first season together at Madison, and so just been doing special teams and the last 13 years. This is my 29th year of coaching.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you in Coffee County. Coach, you guys have done a fantastic job on, you said you coach running backs as well, but special teams has been very complimentary this year. So talk to us a little bit about your philosophy and what you preach to the kids in order to get them just to perform the way they do this, especially this year.
Yeah, it really starts at the top. You know, Coach Co's a big believer in special teams, and so he allots us the time we need to practice the details of it and all that. We make it competitive, you know, so the kids that are starters on O&D, they're trying their darndest to get on the depth chart, and they want to be out there on special teams. And you know, to us, you know, that's when you're best, is when your best players want to be on special teams because they know it affects the game.
Yes, sir.
And so we put a lot of energy into it. We game plan for it, just like we do O&D. All the coaches are involved in some facet of, you know, coaching certain details of each one. So it's really a team effort, you know, and we just constantly, you know, just harp on them. You know, we don't get as many plays, but percentage-wise, it really is a third of the game and can affect the outcome.
That's very true, and we've seen it, especially with our defense. When you pin people down, it goes a long way in complementing our defense and then swinging over to the offense and all that field position. Talk a little bit about your kickers in the offseason. What were some things you focused on this year in order to get to where you're at?
Well, we're constantly preaching consistency, you know, and so from a field goals PAT standpoint, you know, we just constantly preach kick them all like PATs, and we chase perfection. and we'll hit excellence on the way.
Love it.
And in the off season, we went down to Tampa, Florida, met with Tom Feely, who is Jay Feely's dad.
Yeah.
I've known him for a long time from our time in Florida, and so we took our long snappers, holders, punters, kickers down there for a full day, and he worked with them, gave them a lot of drills and things to consistently work on throughout the year, and it seems to have paid dividends.
Yeah, it does. Well, Coach, thank you so much. I know it was a short time here, but we got some players we're going to interview.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the season. I know Coach Co, I mean, you guys have got a fantastic coaching staff, and you're a part of that. And I wish we could have leaned in a little bit to the running back game, but congratulations on that too. Both of the areas that you coach have had a huge successful year. So credit to you and the rest of the coaching staff. And good luck Friday night, and go cook up some gator tail for me.
Appreciate it. Hopefully we got several weeks to go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. As we go, and we're going to bring on Jaden Hancock, I want to give a shout out real quick to our next sponsor, Chris Wiggins, who's the man behind the technology. Chris at Centerpoint Technology and Solutions. Call on him. He does a fantastic job. Everything technology. I guess you can rent equipment, you can do whatever. Call on him. I know he's a good time friend and would love to help you out. We appreciate what he does that allows us to bring you this live and in our dining room here, this coaching show. So Jaden, man, it's good to be with you, man. Jaden Hancock. So I played ball with your old man, Oquan. So it's really cool for me to sit down and be able to interview his son. So tell everybody your position and kind of what you play the year you are in school.
I'm a defensive back, class of 2025, junior. I play a little bit of wide receiver too.
Let me ask you this question: are you faster than your dad was in high school?
Yes.
He was a very good athlete, and you are as well, son. You are as well. That's really cool. So let's talk about the cornerback and the backfield. Man, you guys have really, from last year, much improved position has been the defensive backfield. Congratulations to that. And y'all are shutdown status out there. You played a couple of good quarterbacks this year in the Bowls game and Bainbridge, and a couple of good wide receivers. And honestly, you guys have shut them down and just completely compared to other teams. So let's talk a little bit about mindset, man. What during the off season, what was one of the things that you worked at to get better than you were the year before?
Just like Coco, he had us on the plyometrics, working hard in the weight room, just doing the things we need to do to get better.
Working on your speed.
Yes, sir.
A lot of the cornerbacks. I've had a few other interviews, and that was one of the things they said that goes along with what you just said. Working on that speed, and as far as mindset, when you're out on the field on Friday night, what you thinking about? How do you go about the game?
You're gonna get beat some play, but you just gotta let that go and play the net play.
I love it, man, and that's exactly what y'all do. And Coach Co has talked about it, but honestly, you guys live it on the field, man. If something, let's just say bad, if something bad goes, a play, you get away, you miss an assignment, they get a big play on you. The next play, it seems like you guys bounce back, sack them, cause a fumble, shut them down, knock the ball down or something like that. So congratulations to you. That defense has been fantastic all year long. Keep playing hard, man, and we wish you the best of luck Friday. And before I let you go, who's your favorite college football team?
Clemson Tigers.
The Clemson Tigers. Well, I can hang with that. That's pretty cool. Well, man, it was nice to meet you. Good luck Friday night.
Yes,
congratulations on a good season. Continue it. All right, there you go with Jaden Hancock. We appreciate him and his talent and abilities. We're going to bring on our next player and our final interview for the night, which is Brady Shook. Brady, it's good to have you on tonight. And before we get into an interview and ask him a few questions, we just want to give a shout out to our owner and operator, Mr. Matt Baker, for allowing us to bring this live and having the vision to bring this for the community, for you to hear everything Coffee County. So Brady, it's good to have you. You're a senior this year, right? And tell us a little bit about your position and what you play for the Trojans.
Well, I play both H-back and tight end, mainly tight end.
Yeah.
Go out for passes, block. That's basically all I do.
That's awesome. I don't know. I think I've had a defensive tackle. I don't know that we've had an offensive. Have we had an offensive lineman here on the show? Okay,
Yeah,
we had a couple of them. Okay, well, I'm sorry, my memory, I'm getting old. Let's talk about that, the Hogs. You guys, your mentality in the off season. What were some of the things you personally and as a group focused on in order to get better?
Well, personally, for me, I knew I had to get stronger over the off season, which I feel like I did. Yeah. But like all together, like I'm not gonna lie, we're smaller than we were last year, but I feel like we play more together than we did last year, personally.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, it's showing on the field too. So I think your assessment is right on that. What's one thing that you appreciate most about Coach Coe and your coaching staff?
Well, I'd say he cares, and he's not one of them coaches who's like just all up in the press. He gets personal with you. He gets to know you, and he's a good coach.
Man, they say it's all about relationships, and if you show people how much you care, then they're gonna trust you. They're gonna play for you. They're gonna do whatever you ask them to do. And I can tell you, like I hadn't spent much time with him. I mean, we've had this football season, but he seems definitely like a genuine guy. And you guys all say the same thing. So it's great to have a coach like that. One last question: who is your favorite football team? College.
Probably Southern, Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern. All right, we got an Eagle there. I love that, man. Hey, they had a great game last week against Georgia State. That was a great game. Well, Brady, congratulations, man. You guys have had a great season. Keep blocking your heart out. Keep executing. We wish you the best of luck this week against Ware County and Gators, and bring us home a region championship. I'll be there hollering. Like Coach said, he's going to leave all the crazy up to the fans. Well, I'll be crazy Friday night for you. Just hollering as much as possible. Hang in right here. As we come to an end, we just want to appreciate you again for joining us, and just want to remind you that we'll be here next Monday night at 7 p.m. Breaking down the game, and we are going to be looking forward to all of what happens on Friday night and just discussing it. So you can come and join us every Monday at 7 p.m. here at Chick-Fil-A Douglas, or you can join us online. Be sure to share this video, and we just really, really encourage you to come out Friday night. Let's show Ware County that we can take over, and as many fans as we can. Get out there and support our boys in the region championship. And I want to leave you with this, Isaiah 41:10, do not fear, for I am with you. That comes from Isaiah the prophet. And just know that the Lord Jesus Christ is the most important thing, and that as you lean on him and you trust him, he will always be there. God bless you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week here on the Chick-fil-A Douglas Coaches Show.